Hi everyone and welcome to Easy and Breezy channel. In this video, you are going to watch figures of speech or stylistic devices or rhetorical devices. Now let's see what is a figure of speech. A figure of speech is a word or phrase using figurative language that has other meaning than its normal definition. It makes up a huge portion of the English language, making more creative, more expressive, and just more interesting. In general, the purpose of a figure of speech is to lend texture and color to your language. In English, there are more than 250 figures of speech. Out of that, we are going to learn 7 the most commonly used figures of speech. The very first and one of the most commonly used figures of speech is alliteration. It is when there is a repetition of sound within a phrase or sentence. Now, let's understand alliteration with some examples. The first one is a note need not be re-noted. And another example, go and gather the green leaves on the green grass. One more example, I wish you are a fish in my dish. And here, I would like to give one more well-known example of an alliteration. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells. I am sure for if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I am sure she sells seashore shells. Here all you can see there is a repetition of sound within a phrase or sentence. Another name for alliteration is tongue twisters. Our next figure of speech is irony. It is a statement which conveys the exact opposite meaning of what is literally being said. Now, let's look into the examples. The first one is the fire station burns down. Here, this is unexpected because one would assume the fire chief would keep his own building safe. And let's look into some more examples of irony. A pilot has a fear of heights. Here, the situation is ironic because airplane pilots spend most of their time at work high in the air. And now let's look into one more beautiful example. The cobbler's children have no shoes. Here, a cobbler is a professional shoemaker, so the expectation is that his own children would have many shoes, not 0. Now, let's move on to the next figure, pun. It is the manipulation of words that have more than one meaning or words that sound similar but have different meanings to humorous effect. It is also known as a play on words. For instance, her cat is near the computer to keep an eye on the mouse. Let's look into another example. My librarian is a great bookkeeper. And one more example, the road to success is always under construction. By looking deeper into the meaning of pun and how it can be used, we have seen that the words within a statement are used for humorous effect. Our next figure is simile. It is a type of comparison between things or objects in an interesting way. Simile and metaphor are often confused with one another. The main difference between a simile and metaphor is that a simile uses the words like or as to draw a comparison, and the metaphor simply states the comparison without using those. Now let's see the examples. The soldier is as brave as a lion. Here we are comparing two different things, soldier and lion, using the word as. And what is one thing that is common between both of them? Bravery. The next example is, she moved like a deer. In this sentence, the comparison is a deer and a person using the word like. She literally moved just like a deer. She must be graceful. But the simile is still figurative because we were just saying that she moves with some of the qualities of a deer, not just like one. And one more example. Ram is as strong as an ox. Here also we are comparing two different things, a ram and an ox, using a word as. And what is one thing that is common between both of them? Strength. The next one is personification. It is an attribution of human nature or character to animals or inanimate objects. Examples: the moon smiled at the stars in the sky. And one more example: the thunder grumbled like an old man. And one more example: the wind whistled throughout the day. Here we are giving a human quality to the moon, the thunder, and the wind. The next figure of speech is metaphor. It is used to make a comparison between two or more different things that aren't alike but to have something in common. It is more expressive. For example, you light up my life. Of course, no one can provide physical light. This expression is simply saying that someone brings them joy. One more example, she is going through a roller coaster of emotions. Our emotions can't take a ride on a roller coaster. This metaphor simply means the person is going through a lot of different moods. And one more beautiful example, she is the apple of my eye. There is, of course, no apple in someone's eye. The apple is someone held dear. Let's look into last type of figure of speech that we will be learning today, hyperbole. It is an overstatement that exaggerates a particular condition for emphasis. Let's look into the examples. He is dying of laughter. Here, the subject is not literally dying but is using hyperbole to figuratively communicate how hard he is laughing. One more example. This package weighs a ton. Here, the package does not literally weigh a ton. This sentence uses hyperbole to exaggerate the weight of heavy package. Now, let's see one more example. I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse. This example of hyperbole exaggerates the condition of hunger to emphasize that the subject of this sentence is in fact very hungry. Conclusion. Figurative language is an important part of the English language that allows a person to better express their thoughts. It brings color, light, insight, understanding, and clarity. It allows us to assess, interpret, and critically analyze not only the writer's attempt but also his or her purpose. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please click the like button and share with others, and don't forget to subscribe the channel.